born 29th of May 2007 at Nepean Public Hospital. She was 3.09 kilos, which is about average. She was 54.4 centimetres long, also average. 33 centimetre head circumference. It's a bit small, to be honest. The average is about 37. Anyway, so it was a long adventurous labour. It started the night before on the 28th. We went to the hospital, we were turned away. We came back the next morning after a sleepless night. Some of her adventures, I was almost kicked out by the midwife because I was caught enjoying the nitrous oxide. Tanya at some point turned into a zombie and was trying to bite everyone, midwife, myself included. Tash was there, she filmed the whole thing. It's an excellent video, we'll watch it after this. So, finally Lara arrived with love and tears at 4:02 p.m. Now I want to be honest, she wasn't the pretty thing we see sitting next to us today. For starters, she had a really small head. Her feet were bent up like that, so almost touching her shins. She had two little black eyes. Her ears were folded over, and she had a very pronounced cone head. In fact, Grant said to me, "Is she going to be all right?"
And he said, "Should I get a doctor?"
But you know what? We loved her anyway. After 2 nights at the hospital, we brought Lara home. That was motivated by the fact we're in the public system. Tanya was sharing a room with another lady. And her snoring would be best described as a hibernating bear choking on a live salmon. Once we were peacefully at home, our family life truly started to begin. So, Lara was a confident, plucky child, described many times as a bit of a rock star. I heard the expression first at a friend's barbecue, that was at Simon's house, when Lara started throwing all the kids' toys off the balcony. None of them were her own. She wasn't a naughty child, but she did spend a lot of time in time out. We stopped doing time out after a while because she would hear time out and get artistic and draw all over the walls. But we also saw her once lining up all the teddies and the bears, hands on kids, chastising them for being very naughty just like I would do it. I said at that point we'd probably make too much of an impression on her. Oh, jumping back a bit, when I was writing this last night I was checking through her records. I did notice that about the 27th of the 7th, so 2 months after she was born, she had one of her normal checks. And her head size had increased to 37 centimetres. So she had at that point achieved the average. However, her length had shrunk by half a centimetre. So at this point, her head was too big for her. Lara is a creative, she's an artist. She loves to cook, dance, sing, to rearrange her bedroom furniture a lot. Usually in the early hours of the morning, after I've said no. The amount of furniture she has gone through, desks, beds, and she wrecks them because she drags them around the room. Anything she doesn't like ends up in my study. If you'd like a guided tour later, I can show you my study and shows what she's dumped in there. She's always danced and she's always loved putting on performances. There was no time or place unacceptable for an impromptu Lara dance, as you all know.
Oh, we got one today?
She's going to do one after this.
No, definitely not.
It was all freestyle and it all looked amazing.
Definitely not.
So she do it in the Coles aisle, in the shopping trolley, the bathtub, even one with the cats on her head. Lara also had a passion for singing. A really fond memory was we were driving, I think it was just Lara and I think I was driving, just getting her calm, she was in the capsule. I remember this little voice singing behind me a Katy Perry song, Out of the Blue, and it was the softest, most angelic voice, pitch perfect, and I thought, wow, she's going to have a voice on her one day. Unsurprisingly, Lara topped her year for both dance and music in her HSC last year.
Hey.
Lara loves shopping. It is especially dangerous when Lara goes with Mum to Parramatta. Now we have Life 360, I can see them travelling there. I know their first stop will be Sephora. A little child inside of me starts screaming. So when they come back, I have fun trying to extract out of them how much they spent. They give me a figure, it's usually double that. And if they present me with a present first, I know it's going to be real bad. Lara is an excellent negotiator. Since Lara's quite young, I've learned not to negotiate with Lara. Don't negotiate with terrorists. You just say no. So what happens is she'll then, of course, go to Mum, play us off against each other, use all the emotional levers, and she usually gets away, with both Tan and I being left confused as to what just happened. To be fair, and quite annoyingly, her arguments are well considered, logical and rational. Lara is an excellent organiser. From an early age, when seeing her cousins and friends, she would have them herded into whatever activity she had organised for them, whether it was of doing a performance, sing star, or some other masculine pursuit. Max would get out of the action performances because he was the sound and lighting guy. Lara is determined, and she can be really patient for her long-term goals. An example, so when she was too young to have a phone, she used to take tenure of my phones. So what we'd do was put passwords. This was particularly pertinent because she got on my phone, installed some unicorn game, and bought $1,000 worth of unicorn candy on my phone. So
I think that was my little pet shop actually.
it was bad. So I tried to get the money back actually. I called this call centre in India and they wanted her birth certificate and all that. I went, nah, we're not doing that. So I'll put that down to experience. So I had a password on my phone. And she, over the course of 2 weeks, would just glance and catch a number of digits. And over the course of 2 weeks, she gets the last one out of 6, and she could, she'd just brute force that one, she'd get it. So I'd have to change my code pretty regularly. One night, after a night shift, I was sleeping in bed, and I woke up to my fingers. Look through the fingerprint reader on my phone. And I went, wrong hand, mate. Lara is resilient and caring. She always cares for those that she loves. When there is a crisis, she'll always step up and take action. She's not one to sit there watching. So she is a woman of action when the chips are down. It's very impressive. As you can see, Lara is a lot of awesome things, but most importantly, she is our daughter who we love no matter what, even if she has an oversized head. Your mum and I are super proud of who you are, Lara. Keep moving through life, being true to yourself, and lighting up people's lives with your beautiful $15,000 smile. It was worth every penny.